Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball. Now today I'm going to be giving you guys my review for episode 20 of Dragon Ball Super. Now in this episode, the pacing was pretty quick in this one. And what I mean by that is that we saw Frieza's revival, which was actually in the prior episode, but we saw him, giving his little speech when he comes out. We see Jaco, and we see Vegeta and Goku's training Whis, and Frieza actually landing on Earth 4 months later after his training. Now, what disappointed me about this episode is that we did not get to see any of Frieza's training, or really how Goku and Vegeta necessarily attain Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Blue, whatever you prefer to call it. What was cool, and when I saw it, I was hoping they were going to actually build and expand upon, is that when Whis and, was watching Goku and Vegeta in this episode, they collide their fists, and if you guys saw the episode, they had that aura, that spark happen, that had the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan aura spark out of their hands, that blue key. And I liked the depth that was going on here. Whis was explaining how they should keep their ki within their body instead of letting it leak out when they fight. And that was really cool, and I want to hear more about that stuff because we don't really hear about that stuff in Dragon Ball that much, and that honestly really intrigued me when I heard that stuff. Like, whoa, they have to contain their ki so they're not losing energy to keep it within them and I guess make them stronger, which sounds awesome. I want to hear more about that, but we didn't hear more in this episode. And I think when they had that little spark showing that they were getting close to turning Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, because it appeared that they did not have that form yet because they were so shocked about that spark. I think that scene took place before the 4 months of Frieza's training, because that scene took place after Frieza said, I'm gonna go train. Then we see that scene play, and I think that's before the 4 months. Because if it was after, it wouldn't make sense for him to get the form, right then and then go fight Frieza. So it looks like they attained that form within the 4 months that Frieza trained. That's the way I was seeing it, but it looks like we did not get to see how exactly they attained that form. I guess they just learned to keep their ki within their body and not have it leak out. But that's another video for another day. I can maybe go a little bit more in depth on some theories, maybe have a couple guesses. But for this episode, really not a whole lot happened, guys. Just a retelling of Resurrection F, just like those Battle of Gods arc episodes we saw early on, where nothing really happened. It's the same thing here. The pacing for this episode's about the same as the movie, obviously not including the prior episode, which took up a very big chunk of time for a small amount of information that it had in it. Instead of killing Tagoma, Frieza just tortures him. And if you guys have been hearing about this stuff with Ginyu, not going to spoil that if it's true, but it looks like that might be a thing if you know about the Ginyu stuff, because the Ginyu frog was in the last episode, and there might be some stuff going on with that. There's been rumors. We get to see Jaco, like I mentioned. Goten and Trunks are playing around with him. They're like, oh, you have that cool that little jumpsuit, and he's like, that's not a jumpsuit, that's my skin. They think they rip off his ear, but it's really his little radio device, and there's some cool stuff with Jaco. Bulma and Jaco have an extended conversation that I think lasted a little bit too long in my opinion, but overall it was pretty funny, the parts with Jaco. I did like this episode overall, but honestly there's not too much to say about it really. Nothing really happened that we haven't seen before. The line that Frieza says, I'm going to get a power of 1.3 million, is not in this episode, so it looks like he's not going to be mentioning that at all. And like I said, it just, Frieza gets revived, Goku and Vegeta's training, Jaco and Frieza lands on Earth. That's the end of the episode. That really is it. There wasn't anything else to mention, and I don't really want to drag this off for too long, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, even though it was honestly kind of short. A whole chunk of it was me talking about Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, which I really want to do a video on that. Would you guys want to hear a video, me talking about how I think they got the forms, because it looks like they're not getting it shown off? Would you guys like to see that? I'm probably gonna do it either way, but I would like to know what you guys think of that. Before I go, I'd like to apologize for just having an image on screen. It's the editing. I've just been super busy with my life lately. My last couple of videos, I've been just using one image. I'm getting out of, I'm about to leave my job soon. I have a bunch of things going on in my life, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to do a lot of things. I'm very bad at keeping up with replying comments, so I apologize to you guys for that. Today, I was setting up this new 4K TV that I bought, and that was taking a while because I had to do some programming with it. So it's just been consuming a lot of my life, but I'm going to get back to things. I'll have a little video update when I'm getting up to snuff. Just trying to pace things out here. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Again, sorry about the lack of editing. If it bothered you guys, hopefully it didn't. Let me know what you guys think of this episode, and I'll catch you later.